Bang. All right, good morning, guys. It is Sunday. This is John Jester coming to you live from New Jersey, as always. Well, not always, but from the home in New Jersey. And it is Sunday, the second day of the week. As you know, Saturday is the first day, and we move throughout the week. And just wanted to come to you and give you a quick message. And today's message is: the eyes are useless if the mind is blind. Okay, not trying to be a MC or anything, but I want to make a point that eyes are useless if the mind is blind. Okay, it's very important to always, as you grow in life, to always try to keep an open mind, right? And try to grow as you go along, because sometimes we get stuck, right? We get stuck in my grandma would say, stuck in your ways, right? We get stuck in our ways, and we think that all we know and all we think we know is all that it is to know. And there's so much more out there to discover, and we just get stuck in one way and just say, well, that's just the way I am, right? You hear that from people a lot. Well, that's just the way I've been. I've always been like that. And that does not mean you should just limit yourself to just that, because there's more to learn and there's more to know out there. I remember when I first left Trenton and left New Jersey to go somewhere else, to another city, another state. It was like mind blowing, like, wow, there's so much out here, so it's just amazing. So always keep an open mind. And I'm saying that as I share my screen with you. I'm going to share my screen with you to go over something that I've done before in the past. And I'm going to do it again because I think it's important that I continue to share this information with you all. Not maybe for anyone particular directly, but maybe something that you can pass on to your family, pass on to the next generation. I'm going to put myself up here in the corner, so I'll be out the way. And because it's really important, like I wish that someone had grabbed me when I was younger and gave this information to me, and more important than giving it to me, groomed me and worked me into this information. Because sometimes we learn stuff in life, and sometimes it's just information that we take in, but we don't actually put it to work. Like I remember learning about real estate years ago, and some of this information I'm going to share with you today. I remember learning about this information years ago, and it was just information that I learned, but I never actually applied it. It's like, oh, okay, it went into my head and is in my subconscious, but I never actually put it to work. So not only do we need to learn this information, we need to understand how important it is so that we can actually put it to work. Because if we don't, we're just going to be dormant, and it's going to be continued generation to generation. All right. So I do these things to help people. And one of the main things is helping people get out of the rat race. I talk about it all the time, the rat race, the rat race, the rat race. I learned the rat race from Robert Kiyosaki, the term that he started using, and in reference to finances. And this is what happens with majority of us with finances. We wind up working the job for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and we just never really just break out, get anywhere. It's like we just constantly just like a gerbil on a hamster on a hamster wheel, just running and working until we can no longer work anymore, or until we reach Social Security age, and then we retire and collect Social Security. And that may sound good for some people, but that's not what we was put on earth for, right? We were not put on earth to work for people for 40 years of our life like that. So what I do is I just do these little videos just to, plant seeds. I become the sower of the seed, and it will catch one or two people every now and then. right? And every next thing you know, they catch another person. And most of the people won't catch it all. Some people are gonna look at it and be like, "Ah, it's that stuff again," right? But I'm gonna keep feeding it to you because one day it may sparkle, it may grow. All right. So I talk about people getting out of the rat race, taking control of the finances and becoming debt free. I mean, it's be a wonderful thing to become debt free and not have to worry about, oh, I got to pay my bills. I got to pay my bills. I got to pay my bills. And you hear that from a lot of people. Like when as soon as people win the lottery, as soon as people win something at a casino or they with a heritage, first thing they go, they say, oh, I got to pay my bills. All right. So wouldn't it be nice to be like, my bills are already paid. All this money coming in is just fun money for me to spend with the kids or spend with my family or just give to other people, be for charity. Wouldn't that be nice? So we can just break that generational continuum, it'll be a great thing. And that generation continuum has been going on and on, living paycheck to paycheck for years and years and years and years. And people just continue to do it. And nobody thinks like, something's wrong with this, Don't you ever just think like, is something wrong here? It's like, come on. It's like, is this what we was born to do? Get a job and work paycheck to paycheck? So 76% of Americans, according to this article, and this was in 2013, right, are living paycheck to paycheck. And I'm going to tell you, my entire life, it has not changed. It's been 76, 75, 78%, 80%. It's been roughly around the same amount. So here in America, we've been continuing doing the same thing over and over and over again. And it's really, really bad. So the key to getting out of the rat race is to recognize that there's different types of education, right? And there's different types of income. Really, really important to I want to really stress that. There's different types of education and there's different types of income. And let me talk to you about the different types. The three types of education is academic education. Now, this academic education is what most of us get going through elementary school, junior high school, and even most of us in college. You get an academic education. If you look at your transcripts, that's what it's going to say. It's going to say academics on your transcript from your high school. You go get it, it's going to be like academics. And what that means, essentially, that just means that you're getting a basic foundation of information, not really geared towards anything, but just a basic foundation of information that should get you through life of understanding the basics. That's all it's talking about. That's what academic education is about. And then professional education. When you get professional education, what happened, or what happened was, right? Then you start getting geared towards your guidance counselor may say, well, let's see, you may be pretty good as a nurse or as a doctor, or you're pretty good with money. Maybe we'll start tailoring you towards being an accountant or something like that. Oh, you know what? You're good with your hands. We'll start tailoring you towards some type of a trade. And that's where you start moving into professional education. Those type of things are happening, but it's never really explained to us why, but it just happens. Sometimes we just get pushed right into one of those directions. Most of us just get basic academic education and that's it. There's another type of education called financial education. And the financial education is the part that most schools do not teach. And most educators do not know about, okay? Because they went through the same process that they're giving to us. And then they're just repeating what they know by giving to us. So the financial education, in my opinion, is the most important part of it. It's like a really, really key, important part of it. If you can have the basic academics and a strong financial education, you can live pretty good. Okay, it doesn't matter about profession. We get caught up into professions thinking that some professions are better than others. And then we get the status thing with these professions. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Throughout all professions, All right, most professions that I know, most people are still living 76% paycheck to paycheck, 78% paycheck to paycheck, even when you're at a higher educational level, right? It's really weird. They try to make it seem like if you're at a higher educational level, you're not going to be in the same situation. It's not that. It's that some people at a higher educational level wind up getting a higher paying job, and they wind up escaping the rat race by merely because of the job and them being a little frugal. All right. But this financial education is really important for you to learn, because when you learn that, you're going to find out that there's three types of income that you can have in your life. There's three types of income that you can have in your life. There's earned income, right? Which is basic academics, right? This is what we all taught. Go to school, get a job, and work, for the rest of your life. But you get a job getting earned income. And earned income means for every hour that you work, you earn X amount of dollars. For every day that you work, you earn X amount of dollars. For every task or job that you complete, if you're a business owner, right, you earn X amount of dollars, right? So earned income falls in jobs, it falls in businesses also. So you have business owners that are merely just making earned income. Some of them making really, really good income, but it's earned income. If they stop working, their income stops coming in. At your job, if you leave your job, your income stops coming in. So it's the same whether you're a business owner as an individual or whether you work a job. If you have earned income, which the majority of people have, when you stop working, the income stops coming in. The only exception is once you work 30 years or 40 years, 25 years, and you get that pension to come in. That's the only exception. The second type of income that comes in is called portfolio income. And that income comes from investments you may do, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and foreign exchange and all other types of things, gold, silver. Those things, as they grow and make money, they bring money to you without you having to do anything. You put your income in, you put your work in, you made your investment, and they will bring money to you. That is a decent type of income to have coming in. And then there's what we call passive income. Now, portfolio income falls into the passive income, but the passive income specifically is about you having a business, right? Different from the individual business owner, but you having the business and you not having to be there all the time to work your business. See, the solo artist, the solo business owner, they have to work their business every day. They have to work their business every day. And if they're not there at their, let's say, barbershop, or if they're not there at their restaurant, if they're not there at their accounting firm, if they're not there at their law firm or their doctor office, if they're not there, then no money can be made. But as a passive income business, you set your business up so that when you're not there, there's still other people working for you and that money can still come in. And that's how you set up a passive business, okay? And you can do the same thing with the foreign exchange, the way we have things set up, because it works along with the portfolio, okay? The other way to have passive income coming in is through real estate. For each house that you have, okay, that house can bring in $300, $400, $500 per month and so forth, okay? And that brings in passive income for you. And the key to breaking free is for you to learn about these three types of incomes. And then if you have a job, learn to combine these three together to start working for you so that eventually you can eliminate the earned portion and just have portfolio and passive income coming in for you. And once you do that, then you're free. It's really important that you have to learn that, because if you don't learn that and you just stick to what we're taught, you're going to be like this here and just learning these fictitious stories and all these other things and learning all these things that don't really matter to you as far as you growing your family and growing in life. You're going to be stuck in the hamster wheel and going around working for 40 years, until you retire. So I just want to make that really, really clear. And that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I just wanted to do this short video, and I want you to understand that there's three types of education and three types of income that you can have to put into your life. And what I'm trying to teach people is that, hey, there's portfolio income and passive income that you can start combining along with your earned income. There's nothing wrong with earned income, right? You start a part-time business or a part-time portfolio, something to be your partner, right, to your job, right? And then they work together towards your success. And once you do that, eventually you can eliminate the earned income, and then you can fall back and let your passive and portfolio income work for you while you're doing other things, while you're on vacation, spending time with your kids, spending time taking care of your family, your parents, and all types of things. All right. So I hope this resonates with you. I hope it gets to somebody, at least one person, and I'm going to continue to be talking about this. I wrote about it in my book, right? How to Master This Game Called Money. Let me stop this share. All right. So if you haven't read this yet, you should read this book. It's called How to Master This Game Called Money. All right. It is a game. That's why I have a joystick on there. And you see the dollar bills there. It is a game. How to Master This Game Called Money. Once you learn the rules of the game, then you have a chance to win. Until you learn the rules of the game, you won't have a chance to win. You're just going to be a hamster running along in the wheel. So you got to learn the rules of the game so you can master this game. Until you learn how to master this game called money, you're going to be a slave for money for the rest of your life. All right. So peace and blessings to everybody. Have a good day and live a good life. Live life, dream big, y'all. Peace and love. John Jester signing out.